Joining us now is Jonathan Allen, senior congressional reporter for Politico.com. He joins us from Washington. Good to have you with us this morning. Probably the question on everyone's mind is, why now?
I think the reason that this is happening now is that Senator Brown is writing his memoir. There's obviously a lot of interest in him after he sort of presaged the big Republican victory last November by winning Ted Kennedy's Senate seat in February. So he's written this memoir. It's hitting book stands on Monday. Obviously, this interview with 60 Minutes in preparation for that and rolling that out and promoting it. This particular anecdote came out. So I think the timing really has to do simply with the fact that the book's coming out.
From your position there and covering things on Capitol Hill, have you started to hear any rumblings, any mention of this in the hallways in terms of reaction?
I think people are talking about it, absolutely. This is really a startling revelation. I can't think of any other member of Congress, certainly no male member of Congress who's come out to talk about sexual abuse that they suffered. It's something that I think people are looking at from the human perspective, obviously, rather than the political perspective.
Is there a political angle here at all? We hear so much that it is cathartic for victims as part of their healing process and even their acceptance process to be able to talk about these things. Is there any risk, though, from his stance as a politician?
I don't think there's any political negative here. I mean, there's no one he would be alienating here. If anything, obviously this humanizes him to a great number of people, and this is a situation, again, that's human and not political, and you've got, obviously, people who will draw inspiration from this, victims of child sexual abuse who will see this successful, powerful guys coming out and saying this, and will be able to draw that they too can overcome that and make something of themselves and not be afraid of it and not have it be a stigma.
The senator is also pointing out, in fact, he tweeted saying that abuse is part of his life and part of what he writes about. But, quote, I hope people will read it and be inspired by its message, meaning the full book. Is this potentially Scott Brown's audacity of hope?
Absolutely. Politicians these days write their tell-all memoirs in advance of running for higher office. Scott Brown has been mentioned as a potential national ticket guy, so that's certainly something that could be happening here. President Obama revealed a lot in his memoirs. There were, I guess, 2 of them actually before he ran for president. So certainly that could lay the groundwork. But I think, what he said is that this is something that happened in his life, and that's why he included it in this book, that he was just being forthcoming about it. And like you said, it's part of his life. I'm told by people who have seen the book that the first few chapters, his early life, the physical abuse, the sexual abuse, are very hard emotionally to read through. But once you get past that, it's a very inspiring tale.
Jonathan Allen, we appreciate your time this morning. Thanks.
Take care.